Good morning. Welcome to day 30 of There's No Christmas Without the Cross. I can be loud. I can be silly. I can be serious. I can have no idea what's going on around me because I am laser focused on something in front of me. I don't always hear what my husband says. My house is a mess. My laundry's stacked to my knees. But you know what? Jesus meets me there. In a world where we think we see perfection and we think we see that everybody but me has it all together. It's not what it is. It's not real. But Jesus meets us in our real. Our real when we're on our knees sobbing because we don't have the energy to get the dishes done, which seems so small and insignificant compared to what the world's going through. But Jesus meets us there. Jesus meets us in the waiting room when we don't know what's next in our life. And we look on social media and people are having it together and showing you how much money they make and how successful they are. Jesus doesn't care because he meets you in the waiting room. When you are full of joy and everything in your world is as right as it can be on this side of heaven, Jesus meets you there. And Jesus meets you in that place where you're so angry with him, you are screaming at him. And he meets you there and he holds you through it. Friends, our world is so full of pretty and success, and we see all around us things that we don't feel like we can achieve, and that's okay. What Jesus wants you to achieve is being his light. What he wants you to achieve is going out into the world and showing the world who he is so that they know he will meet them in their ugly, in their messy, in their beautiful. That's our job. And today's scripture speaks to that so beautifully. I love the scripture of the woman at the well. I love how this woman is not a full-fledged Jew. She's Samaritan. There is a whole lot of ugly history between Samaria and Israel. And Jesus sends his disciples away so that he can meet her right where she is in that moment. In her messy, in her ugly, in her half-truths. So today, our lesson is John 4:7-9 from the woman at the well. A woman of Samaria came to draw water, and Jesus, who was already there, said to her, "Give me a drink." For his disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. Then the woman of Samaria said to him, "How is it that you, a Jew, can ask me, a Samaritan woman, for a drink?" For Jews have no dealings with Samaritans. That sounds like a simple question of, why would you even ask that of me? But it's so much more. She has one cup. Jesus is asking to drink from her cup. This woman, unnamed, a Samaritan, she'd had several husbands, and Jesus knew that. She was living with the man she was with now. She was snarky, and he met her there. She was skeptical, and he met her there. This whole story, and you can go to John 4 and read it, it's so beautiful. And what he does for her as he meets her exactly where she is, in her sin, in her messy, and he just loves on her. And she's the first person, a woman, not an Israelite, not Jewish, Samaritan. That's the first person he told that he was the Messiah. Jesus meets us where we are, no matter what it looks like. We so often, we have to work to fit in. We have to work to fit into a job or a social group or our church, or at least we feel like we have to. Here's the thing about Jesus. We don't have to work to fit in. He's going to meet us where we are, and if we open ourselves up to him, he's going to make us better. He's going to take us to that place where we can't live without him. He's going to take us to that place that shows us who he is and who we can be at our best. And he is going to take us to eternity with him. So when you're in the middle of your mess, or you're crying over something that you feel like is incredibly silly, or you're crying over something that is incredibly grievous, Jesus is there, and he wants to hold you, and he wants to carry you through. There is no better gift than that. And so, as we're winding up our year of 2023, as we're winding up these last couple of days of There's No Christmas Without the Cross, I encourage you to think about when you're struggling with something, no matter how small, find Jesus. He'll meet you there. When you see someone struggling, if they know Jesus, help them to find Jesus. If they don't know Jesus, be Jesus, so they can see the example of who he was when he walked this earth. Have a wonderful day.